Put makeup on, I was like, because Jordan literally fogs everything.
Haha, I caught you though. Heard that. So we're at my favorite place.
Corona.
Oh god. Don't. We're So how are we both doing? We had our first day of class.
Yeah, it was good. Fun. Interesting.
Remember, this goes online. Hi.
Absolutely. I loved it.
No, it was.
That's like their name.
So it's okay, like 20 people will see this, it's fine. I don't know how to, I look so ratty right now actually. Look at this.
I love it.
Right, say something interesting, Janie.
I don't know what to say. I don't have anything interesting.
Beth, your turn.
Chicken strips.
Yeah, none of us got chicken strips, which is rare at TGI's. There's always someone that gets the chicken strips.
I know, yeah,
right?
I thought somebody was going to get it.
Still promo us. If you make them gluten-free, I'll eat them for you. That's a good deal for me, really.
Yeah.
And also, I did tease the Maybe Music, the song, in my last video, so just, there's a tease, right? I'm gonna come back when the food gets here, because you know I can't go a TGI trip without vlogging my food. I doubt they can hear any of this either, it's very loud in here.
That.
So we have nachos, of course, and we have just cheesy crisps. And mine are on their way, but you get this, you know, we'll get in there.
Dip action.
Dip it, eat it. ASMR.
I'm not even looking at the camera, I was looking at the apple.
And then cheesy crisps.
We're gonna get the shot of the barbecue sauce on my titties.
And Janie got barbecue sauce on her. Yes. Of course, with my little gluten-free flagpole. I got nachos too.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. So I've been trying to work out a story to tell you all so that I can fill this week's vlog, and no other reason. But I have a story and it's very interesting, it's very funny, you'll love it all. So, I went to Edinburgh University for a year and I studied astrophysics as one of my courses. And within that astrophysics course, we had to submit homework every week. And within that weekly homework, you could submit, it was online, it was all online, it was just 10 questions, and then you could submit feedback, and you could submit anything you wanted as feedback. And so my friend, who you will have seen in the vlogs now and then, Miriam, you'll have seen in this vlog, in fact, she submitted on the first week a meme of a cat in space as her feedback, because she was like, why not? She was in second year, and so this was like a not a backup course, I don't know what you call it. It was an extra course. It wasn't part of her degree, so she could choose. She had an extra module, she chose it. So although she was definitely being serious about it and did well in the exam, she was having fun with it as well. So she sent in a cat in space meme, and little did we know that the lecturer, at the end of each week when we would go to our class, would show the feedback and be like, some people said they struggled with question 3, some people really enjoyed the homework, some people sent in cat memes, and then on the board appeared said cat meme. And me and Miriam were like, we gotta play it cool, because it was all anonymous, so we didn't know who it was. Well, we knew. No one else in the class, like the 200 people in the room, no one else knew who it was. So we had to play it cool, and we were all just like, who sent that meme? And so the next week, naturally, so I dropped out of uni, as anyone who knows I'm doing editing already knows, or anyone could have worked out. I didn't keep going, but for a little while, astrophysics is what I wanted to do. And so the next week, Miriam had convinced me to send in another cat meme. And so the guy, he went through all the feedback and then went for our weekly cat meme, and then showed two cat memes, being myself and Miriam's cat memes, but they were still anonymous, so no one knew that it was us. And then it became a thing. So every week he would go through all the feedback, and then he'd be like, and this week's anonymous cat memes are, and he would show these memes of cats in space. And this went on for a couple weeks, until one week there was a third, and me and Miriam didn't know who it was, and every week the cat meme would appear, and we were just like, we can't let on, we can't laugh, we have to be like, we have to just fit in with the crowd. But then this week a third appeared, and we were like, who is it? And it blew our minds. We were like, oh my god, we've created a trend and people are catching on. But we were like, you know what, it's silly, whatever, blah 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 blah. So then I dropped out of uni, and so I didn't go to those classes anymore. And once I dropped out, Miriam kept going kept doing the memes a few times, but eventually the classes became exam-based classes and stuff, and it was all a bit more serious, so she stopped because she didn't want to be the only one, and it made sense and it was fair enough. And we were like, well, you know, it was a funny joke while it lasted. Then, so that was 4 years ago. Flash forward to last year, myself and Miriam were at a party, and we're chatting to this girl who does astrophysics. She's in second year at this point, but she does the astrophysics year 1 course, such as Miriam had done, and said that not prompted, she was like, oh, how's the classes? And she was like, yeah, they're great, they're funny. And Miriam was like, what makes them funny? And she was like, oh, the guy at the end of the feedback always talks about the cat memes that 1 year were always posted as part of the feedback. Me and Miriam we didn't only start a trend, we made a trend happen forever. This lecturer now thinks back, we are famous. He talks about us, but he doesn't know who we are because it was anonymous. He talks about us to his future classes. Little does he know that Miriam was just doing it as an extra course and I dropped out, but we are famous. So, if anyone who does astrophysics at Edinburgh Uni watches this and your lecturer ever mentions cat memes being part of the homework, it was my friend and then this guy. So there you go, a little story time. Hope you enjoyed that. That's all you're getting. So I just remembered a story that I was going to tell earlier while I was out and about, and I totally forgot to tell it, so I'm telling it now, which is because I saw it happen but then didn't want to vlog as it was happening, because, you know. But basically, I was walking down one of the main streets in Edinburgh, and I saw this guy, and it looked like he had tripped or something, or dropped something, not fallen over, but stumbled over something, and I was really confused. But I saw this happen, but it was actually that he'd looked at the ground, kept walking, and then done a double take, because, well, I didn't know why. And then he took a few steps back, and he picked up, we'll say, a questionable substance from the ground, gave it a whiff, and just kind of was he just was stood there just this was a busy street as well. It was just totally nonchalant, just didn't care. And yeah, he gave it a sniff, I think, you know, to see if you could identify what it was. And he could not identify, so he just dropped it again and shrugged and walked off. And I watched this whole thing and I was just like, what? So then I had to walk the way he was going, so I walked past him, looked to the ground, and from the looks of it, it looked like, you know, our favorite Spider-Man side character. It was a sort of a, we'll say it looked like a solid, you know, piece of grass. I'm talking about weed. I think it looked like weed, but it didn't really. It just looked like green fluff. I didn't pick it up to smell it. But yeah, so what was he gonna do? If it was an illicit substance, was he just gonna pick it up and be like, yeah, I'll have that? And if either way, Why would you take something off the ground, regardless of what it is? If it's food, if someone had dropped a cigarette, it was just a strange situation to be around, or to witness rather, and yeah, it was just very confusing. And there was a guy that I actually made eye contact with who was also watching it happen and just looked at me and was like, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I have ordered a microphone for my phone so that it's a little lapel microphone. Me and Liam and that are just testing out microphones and stuff, but this one's in particular is for the Saw videos because, yeah, if I'm talking any louder than I am now, the echo in this room and in this entire flat actually is quite bad. I did think about filming in this cupboard behind me, just because it's very small. It's just got like a bunch of rubbish in there, boxes and stuff. But because I think it wouldn't be too hard to soundproof, but then I would have to find a way to still record my visuals. I don't know. Anyway, a mic's on its way tomorrow, so I'm gonna be testing that. So either I'll test it in the vlog, I maybe won't. Maybe I will, who knows? But I'm definitely gonna hit the next. It'll be Saw the 4th film, because I have recorded the first 3. So when you see the 4th film, that will probably be using this new mic, unless the mic is really bad. But yeah, so there you go. There's your Tuesday updates. It's only Tuesday and I've vlogged more than I did last week. Crazy. So, little story time. I went charity shopping today, thrift shopping, if you will. And it's something I don't really do, mostly because I don't go shopping for clothes other than maybe once every 2 years. But we were, myself, Liam and Issa were just looking around, you know, just seeing if anything caught our attention. And yeah, I wasn't really looking for anything in particular. I was more just going for something to do. And well, I saw a bargain that I could not say no to. It cost me £1. I repeat, uno, dos. That doesn't make sense. I just said 1, 2. Anyway. Here, okay, hold on. How am I gonna? Whoa. Right? Hold on. Whoa. Whoa. Look at this. They're a little bit tight in particular areas, but I didn't buy them for any reason other than to be comfy in the flat. They cost me £1 and they feel like silk. It's amazing. It's a look that, you know, maybe one day I will rock in the outdoors, but for now I'm just enjoying being inside. And speaking of, Issa and Liam have returned. I'm vlogging. If you're okay with that, if you're comfortable with being background entities instead vlog. Hello. Tell them about my purchase. They're comfy. They are so comfy. Okay, you can, yeah. Anyway, there you go. So if you ever see anything comfy for £1, buy it. Bargain. Guess who just got a big spider? And by big, I mean about that big, but you know, still big spider out of the flat on his own. This guy, and it was very scary. It appeared out of nowhere, and it was on my bed, and I was moving clothes, and I picked up a sock that I'd left on the floor, and it was there. But I got it out. It only took a few screams and squirms and a book. I didn't kill it. I mean, I scooped it onto the book so that I had at least like a foot of distance between the spider and my hand for when I flicked it out the window. Brave. Both Liam and I are terrified of spiders, so when Itza isn't around, we're lost. But I did it. So I just filmed a horror and eye episode, and if anyone's seen the thumbnails or the videos, you'll see that Archie is on my shoulders for them, and he's giving me a rash. There you go. Through my clothes, but giving me a rash. And it's not on this side though, so I don't know. Don't know what it's really from, but yeah. Anyway, if anyone has any clues as to what it could be that I may be allergic to or whatever, that would be great. Yeah. Here we are, back at it. I can see her. Oh, you can't. I thought you could see it. You can't. There's Abby and Love Island. Classic. Anyway, I'll show you the final product. We're not doing much, we're just getting the roots and stuff, really. So we're just gonna see what happens. So we've dyed the hair, but we're sticking toner, conditioner in it, and it, you know, I might end up with blue hair, so we're gonna see what happens.
Get away! Go!
You know what though? Maybe blue hair is a vibe. Maybe that's what I'll go for next. We shall see, but let's go wash this out now. Maybe I should dye my eyebrows blue. Well, it is Sunday evening, of course. I'm ending the vlog because it's 8:30, and you know what? I'm trying to end it early because, well, I'm not going to be doing anything, and all I've done today is attempt to do college reading unsuccessfully for the most part because A, I can't read. I make this joke, but like legitimately I struggle to read. It's very difficult, it hurts my head, and I lose focus very quickly. Yeah. So that's all I've done today. Also, here's my new hair. It's very similar to the old hair, it's just the roots are done again so that I don't need it, so that I have another 6 weeks before my roots are too obvious, or I don't mind the roots when they're in, just I didn't want it to be like two-tone, you know? You feel me? You get me? Yeah, so here it is. It's just blonde. I'm auditioning to become a Malfoy in the Harry Potter reboot, and it's funny how those books have no author. Anyway, yeah, next week it's just more college, so hopefully I find interesting things to do. But until then, and for now, I hope the only thing you catch is me isolator, so week 26. There's the other one to make 6. Locked. Almost dropped my phone. I think I'm a bit on edge right now. I've just been sat in this room with this desk right now. I'm on my iCloud. Look, did I even show it? Yeah. I'm on my iCloud showing, downloading more videos because I filmed more YouTube. Oh, I'm going to bed. Good night. Week 26 locked down.